There were regulations that the IBC put in place and the statute put in place, declaring that anybody who wants to contest in the position of an MCA must have a degree. We have an entity called SHERIA MTAANI, which deals with the people who cannot afford, citizens who need legal representation, who cannot afford. They approached my law firm. I told them that they cannot afford to pay my law firm, so I referred them to where I'm a patron, SHERIA MTAANI na Shadrack Wamboi. They took up the matter. They filed up the matter without paying any shilling. It's a serious public interest matter. And amongst the youth who want to contest in 2022 in September 9th as an MCA, they are here. It is a serious question that has touched the youth in this country because they have a reason as to why they need to contest, and the judges found favor with them. It's not my day. Shadrack will introduce and allow kindly the members of the Fourth Estate, let those beneficiaries of that judgment tell you how they are elated and how they are excited and how they are happy that they will be in the ballot. Because these young men cannot afford a degree. My son, who is doing law, is almost paying almost 10 million. So where will these guys get 10 million to get a degree for them to be MCAs? Shadrack.
In itself a win for constitutional democracy. It is not easy to get, or rather to achieve, standards up to a degree or a degree qualification, especially in view of our socio-economic backgrounds, where we have people from different social backgrounds. As a matter of fact, in as much as we want to claim that we are an equal society, statistics tell us that there are some regions that its people do not have more than 2 or 3 degrees in almost a whole constituency. So the nullification of that requirement by Justice Anthony Mrima is in itself one with some of the aspirants who had wished to thank the Honorable Court in its person, but who we have advised against that because it is really not possible for them to go and approach the court and thank them. But they can speak for themselves. We have persons from Kayole, we have John Kamau, we have a number of individuals from Mathare, where SHERIA MTAANI has its basis or its offices, and it will be a good occasion. Even as we celebrate the win for the constitutional democracy, it is also a win for the Kenyan youths who have for years been unable to get access to education because our parents did not have high resources or money to take all of us to school. Some of us, including myself, is a great beneficiary of the CDF, a great beneficiary of the scholarships, and even the hand of the Law Society of Kenya that sponsored my education and the deeds by Mr. Danstan Omari. So were it not for these individuals, probably I will also be in the category of individuals who do not have a degree. And as I said it before, in another different forum before I invite the other people to also say a word or two, every time we get an opportunity of getting to what we thought to be a dream, every time our tables are expanded, it is also an opportunity for us to also think about the people who did not have the same leverage or advantage as us. So that those ones who have gotten degrees through probably scholarships and through other means, it is important that we also think of other people who do not have that opportunity. And in closing, I must say, we are not saying that education is in itself a bad thing. No. As a matter of fact, I concede that education will even make a leader better to his society. But in view of the circumstances or the society that we have today, a government that has never provided education, at least free and accessible for all, to the levels of a secondary school qualification and a degree level, it is bad to have a law that refrains or restrains people who want to participate in the leadership of this country on the basis that they do not have a degree requirement. So in itself, this thing, even as we celebrate today, we also want to encourage the government to put in measures in place that will ensure that we have free and accessible education for the youth and everybody else at the secondary level and at the postgraduate or at the degree level, so that in its fullness of time, it can be reasonable to our society to require that even an MCA should have a degree so that he can participate in the governance of this country. So Kamau is here. It is important that he also says a word, and there are other people here. This is their day, really. They should be telling us whether they are happy or we should return back to the old system. Thank you.
Na mimi sana sababu ya sheria mtaani na jaji vile aliamua, because as a youth we have the capacity to lead that area, and tungenyimwa hiyo kibali cha kuongoza hawa watu sababu ya kukosa degree. Hatujasema degree ni mbaya, lakini sababu hatuna uwezo, lakini tuko na nguvu na uwezo wa kuongoza wale wananchi pale na kuweza kupindua maisha ya wakaaji wa Kayole South. So tungenyimwa hiyo nafasi, lakini tunashukuru sana na tunaona tutaenda mbele, na tukifaulu katika huo uongozi wa Kayole South ama wengine wenye tunavai nao katika Nairobi na Kenya mzima, tutajaribu hata sisi kutafuta hiyo degree, sababu I think tutakuwa na ile capacity ya kupata maybe pesa za kurudi kwa shule. So tunashukuru sana.
Pia kuna mwenzetu hapa.
Kwa majina naitwa Felix Orwaka, aspirant hostel ward. Nadhani hii ni great opportunity yenye tumepewa na jaja kwa interveners wetu sheria mtaani. Nadhani ati ni mi peke yangu as an aspirant of that ward sikuwa na hiyo capacity, but tuko na a lot of young people wenye wako na passion na interest ya kuchange society yao, but hawakuwa na hiyo do ya kutosha for them hata kufika hiyo university. So tumefurahia sana, na na believe hata wenye wanaishi kama Turkana, wenye wanaishi kwa hizo marginalized groups and societies wamepata opportunity ya kuvai. Mimi nimefurahia because na believe na trust that society yangu kama hospital ward wana believe in my leadership, kenye nimekuwa nifanya kwa community, na wataka kuniweka in that position. Na kama hiyo sherehe ingekuwa, then mimi ningekuwa nje, watafute mwenye ako na degree hata kama hana interest ya community. So hii imesaidia, na nashukuru sana, waendelee kushikilia hiyo na watu wengine pia waweze kusaidika. Asante.
Shukrani. Bado hapa hivi.
Mlango kubwa aspirant, na nashukuru koti sana kwa hiyo uamuzi wamekuja nayo, cause watu kama sisi hatungepata hii nafasi ya kupigania leadership mtaani kama last time 2017 nilikuwa nimevai, but sasa hii mambo ya degree venye ilikuja tulikuwa na wasiwasi sana, cause most of us hatukuwa tumeattain hiyo kiwango ya university from pale tumetoka slums, na nataka ku big up court kwa hiyo issue wamefanya. Sijui niseme nini, ila tu ni kuwashukuru kwa sababu leadership, hatuwezi measure leadership na papers. Leadership is all about wisdom and how you articulate issue concerning welfare of your people. Tunathank sana hii koti na tunaomba sana muendelee na hiyo moyo na mtushikilie kabisa. Thanks a lot.
Jina ya mtaa naitwa Kitosh. Mimi ni aspirant mara ya kwanza pande ya mlango kubwa ward. Nashukuru sana kwa sheria mtaani kwa kushughulikia wale hawakuwa na uwezo ya kuenda university, na pia koti yenye imeamua wale pia wana degree wanaweza simama. Kuna vile unaweza kuwa unapendwa na wananchi na una degree, na pia sheria mtaani imeweza kutupigania kama sisi viongozi wale wako na talent ya uongozi na wana hiyo masomo ama hawakuwa na uwezo ya kufanya nini ya kuwa na degree. So tumeshukuru, sikuwa na mengi ya kuongea. Asanteni sana, na asante kwa watu wa mlango kubwa. Niko kwa debe, koti imetusaidia kwa sababu hatukuwa na degree na sheria mtaani. Asanteni sana na Shadrack kwa kutupigania.
It is not reasonable unasema that the aspirant should at least have a degree, yet the voter wengine hata hajaenda shule. So at least to balance and also to ensure that the government, the inputs that the government has put are corresponding to the expectations. At least we are encouraging the government to put more resources and to educate our people, not only the people being elected, but also the voters, so that there shall be a corresponding responsibility both to those who are being elected and those who are voting. So that is our reasoning, that it is not reasonable for the government to put a requirement that is far beyond what the government is providing. So let the government provide the resources, make avenues available for all the participants and all the Kenyans to be able to access education, for it to put a condition that at least even the least position for an MCA, that they should have a degree. That's all for Sheria Mtaani.
Wacha huyo aongezwe hiyo ruling.
Anataka kuongea.